Hello guys, Lit here. So this is step-by-step league start guide for which minion you can ascend to infernalist or lich depending on your endgame build. For this setup, we are using Skeletal Sniper gas arrow to put gas cloud and explode the gas cloud by igniting the enemy inside the cloud. If the enemy already ignited, the gas arrow will just explode upon arrival. You can ignite enemy with flame wall or your minion damage, because most of our minion will deal fire damage. So this is our single target, and for clear, we'll use Ember Fussilade to trigger Raging Spirit, and Orb Storm to trigger Living Lightning. Later on, Ember Fussilade will trigger both. I'll explain the tech when we get there at Act 2. For gear, the most important is plus minion on Scepter, Helmet, and Amulet. For Scepter, you'll need at least item level 2 to get plus 1 minion. For Helmet and Amulet, you'll need at least item level 5 to get plus 1 minion. If you don't get any of them on Act 1, you can make a new character, defeat the Miller that will make you level 2, go to town and you can gamble for Scepter. Level 2 is the best chance to get the plus 1 minion on Scepter. For Helmet and Amulet, you'll need to level the character to level 5, and level 5 is the best chance for you to get the plus 1 minion on Helmet and Amulet. The priority is Scepter, then Helmet. Amulet is the last because it has the lowest chance and it costs the most gold to gamble Amulet. You can also gamble for plus 2 minion on Scepter when you reach level 25 and plus 2 minion on Helmet and Amulet when you reach 41. The chance is pretty low, but don't worry too much about it. And the last one is your wand. You are looking for cast speed and plus level to all spell or fire spell. This is not too important, it's just to increase the level of the Living Lightning and also increase the damage of the Ember Fussilade early on. With that said, let's start the campaign. We start at the riverbank, set your movement mode and talk to Wounded Man to get your Wither Wand and find the chest for your Rattling Scepter and another chest for Unearth and find Miller. For Miller fight, open with Chaos Bolt and spam it until Miller spawn adds. Then use Unearth to clear the adds, bring them back as your minion. If you kill Miller far away from the entrance of the town, you can actually bypass some animations. It saves you a few seconds, but it's not really that big of a deal. On town, talk to Renly and get your first skill gem. Use the gem to get Contagion and exit to Clearfell. On Clearfell, we're first looking for Abandoned Camp to get second skill gem and use it to get Entangle. Entangle is my personal choice. You can go for Frostbomb if you want to. Entangle is better for clear, but Frostbomb is bigger DPS because of the exposure and you need less skill gem because we don't use Entangle for later on. And then find Beira and defeat her. You'll get a quest item, use it and you get 10% cold resistance. After defeating Beira, head to Grailwood. Therefore, objective on Grailwood, entrance to Grimtangle, entrance to Redfield, waypoint at the Tree of Souls, and Arachne Hut. At Arachne Hut, you'll find medium life and mana floss, and you'll fight Ariadne. Defeating Ariadne will give you support gems, use them to get Unleash, and equip it on your contagions. After that, go to Redfield. On Redfield, we are looking for 3 Obelisks of Rust and League Mechanic. The League Mechanic will give you skill gem level 2. I usually go for Frostbomb for more DPS and rely on a minion damage to ignite, which can be unreliable because sometimes your minion die early on, they are very squishy. For more consistent ignite, go for Flame Wall. If you got extra skill gem, then get both of them. Try to get at least level 5 at Redfield, and after defeating Rust Kings, get all the items and portal back to town. Talk to Una, sell all the unused items, and if you have a rare items, ID them first, will get you more gold. Also check for plus 1 minion Scepter and Amulet, and cast speed 1. Go to Renly and take the Rune Spike and check for the plus 1 minion Helmet and movement speed boots. Find the Regex on the description. Since at this point we only have few golds, the priority is Helmet, Scepter, Amulet, then Wand. The reason why Helmet is the first priority because the chance to get plus 1 minion on Helmet is a lot lower than Scepter. After that, go to the waypoint and go to Grailwood. Break the runic shield and get the checkpoint to Grimtangle. In Grimtangle, portal back to town, talk to Una and back to the portal. Summon Una on the Grimtangle and talk to her. You can roll to the checkpoint and sprint forward to skip the fight animations. On Grimtangle, we are looking for League Mechanic for level 3 skill gems and Rotten Druid for support gems. You also need to reach level 6 before fighting the Druid. If you found the Druid before you reach level 6, you can skip it, or if you accidentally start the fight, go to the checkpoint and respawn at checkpoint. Once you got level 6, use your first level 3 gem you get from Rusking to get the Essence Drain, and then the second level 3 gem that you get from the League Mechanic on Grim Tangle to get Skeletal Sniper, and allocate 2 Sniper and put the Gust Arrow on your shortcut along with the Essence Drain. On Druid fight, you're mostly using Essence Drain. Because this arena is really bad for minion, they mostly die to Poison Sport, they're going to trigger the poison everywhere and die from the poisons. But use the Gust Arrow whenever your Sniper is available, because even it's not Ignite, the Gust Arrows still do damage. After defeating Rotten Druid, get the support gem, use them for Fire Attunement or Multishot for the Skeletal Sniper, get Fire Attunement if you get Frostbomb before, and get Multishot if you get Flame Wall before. If you already have both, then go for Multishot. And after that, we head to Cemetery. At Cemetery, we are looking for League Mechanic for Regal Orbs. If you already have your +1 minions set here, you can regal them to get extra mod. We're also looking for entrance to Mausoleum of Praetor and Tomb of Consort. When you find both of them, get the checkpoint to Tomb of Consort first. At the Tomb of Consort, we are looking for Haunted Treasure for support gems. Use it to get Fire Attunement or Multishot depending on what you picked before. So now your Skeletal Sniper have Fire Attunement and Multishot. The League Mechanic in this zone will give you Amulet. You can try to transmute Augment or Alchemy them to try to get the +1 minion on Amulet. Then go to Heart of Tombs to fight Ascendany. On this fight, try to stay away from your minion, because Ascendany and Draven have a lot of AoE, and that will minimize the chance for your minion to get hit. You can also use Essence Drain to get extra DPS. After the fight, go to the exit portal, take the checkpoint to Mausoleum of Praetor. Here we just need to find Heart of Mausoleum to fight Draven. Same with Ascendany, try to stay away from a minion. You can also find Forgotten Reach in this zone to get extra support gem if you need them. After defeating Draven, take the exit portal, take the checkpoint to Memorial Gate. Click the gate and respawn at checkpoint to skip the Lackland Priest session because it's quite long. After defeating Lackland, you'll get level 3 skill gem, use it to get Flame Wall or Frostbomb if you haven't get them. On Lackland, you will also get the quest items. I will suggest not to pick that quest because if you pick that quest, you will have quite a long cutscene, and the benefit is you have access to the Hooded One, so you can refund your passive and you can identify items. After that, portal back to town, check for Fender, buy Talisman from Renly and set it on your second weapon set, and set it to Werewolf. And after that, portal to Hunting Ground. At Hunting Ground, we're looking for entrance to Phaeton, entrance to Orgrim Farmland, Dread Ritual for support gems, and the Great Hunt to fight Crowbell. Defeating Crowbell will reward you with 2 skill point and level 3 skill gem. Use the skill gem to get Pounce, but if you don't have any attribute on your gear, you have to take the Strength and Dex on the attribute node. This is going to take a while depending on what level you are at this point in time. After you get all the objective, get the checkpoint to Phaeton. On Phaeton, we need to complete 3 normal ritual encounter that will unlock the boss ritual and fight the King of the Mist. Defeating King of the Mist will give you Gembloom's Call. Use it to get Spirit Gems and Spirit. Use the Spirit Gem for Raging Spirit and make sure to activate it. Support it with Fire Attunement and Rapid Attack 1. League Mechanic in this zone will give you support gems, so try to find them. After that, back to Hunting Ground and take the checkpoint to Orgrim Farmland. At this point, you can drop ED and Contagion and just go for Flame Wall with SRS, but I usually keep going with ED Contagion because it's faster. On Orgrim Farmland, we need to find Una Loot, find Crop Circle to get level 4 skill gems, and the League Mechanic here also give you another level 4 skill gem. Use the level 4 skill gem to upgrade Skeletal Sniper and use the other level 4 skill gem for Aura of Storm. After that, head to Ogam Village. Here we need to find Renly Workshop to get the spinning tools and black runes. After that, find the Executioner and defeat him. Take the loot and talk to Ladies, then portal back to town. In town, talk to Una for 2 skill points and Ladies for level 5 skill gems, and talk to Renly and get Storm Rune. Keep the Storm Rune. Do not use it because we will need it at Act 2 and you need to keep 1 artificial orb. After that, check the vendor if you still need +1 minion on your gear. Create a new character to gamble like I explained in the beginning. And after that, take the waypoint to Mana Ramparts. Here we are looking for Gallo to get the support gems and find the League Mechanic to get another level 5 skill gem. When you reach level 14, use the 2 level 5 skill gem for Skeletal Sniper and Ember Fussilade, and support the Ember Fussilade with Multishot and Compressed Durations. On Ogam Manor, the League Mechanic here will give you Orb of Alchemy, and save the Alchemy for your Amulet to increase your odds for getting +1 minion on your Amulet. And find the Fallen Altars to fight the Candlemas. It will give you Candlemas Essence, use it for extra HP. For the last one, find Count Geonor and defeat him. That will conclude the Act 1. And then talk to the Hooded One to go to Act 2. Act 2, we begin at Fast Outskirt. Here we're looking for the Faceted Camp for level 2 support gem. Use it to get Living Lightning for Orb of Storms. Next we head to Raider Cliff to fight Ratbreaker. After defeating it, portal back, talk to Zorka for level 5 skill gems, then board the Artura Caravan. At the Caravan, talk to Asala twice and use the desert maps to move to Halani Gates. While Caravan is moving, check the vendor for gear. At Halani's gate, sprint to Asala, and when you see exclamation mark on top of her, portal back to Caravan. At Caravan, talk to Asala again, and use desert maps to move to Maudun Quarry. At Maudun Quarry, find the lake mechanic, you get level 5 spirit gems, use it to level up Raging Spirit. Next, find exit to Maudun Mine. In Maudun Mine, the league mechanic here gives you level 2 support gems. If you find it, use it to get potent exposure for Frostbomb. In my case, I dropped one, so I skip the league mechanic. Next, find Munitions Bunker to fight Raja. Defeat him and talk to Risu. Open portal while waiting for the loot drops. Get the loot and back to Caravan.
A defector. I admire those who...
At Caravan, talk to Risu and Asala, and use the desert map to move to Traitor Passage. While Caravan move, check vendor. At Traitor Passage, we look for Prisons of Disgrace if you want to ascend after Halani Gates. In my case, I skip it. And next, find the exit to Halani's Gate. At Halani's Gate, you need to open 2 gates. After the first gate, usually Asala will be behind. You can spawn her back by respawn at a checkpoint at the first checkpoint that you find in the zone, so you don't have to wait for her. And then keep moving until you encounter Jamandra. Here you can fire your gas arrow before entering the arena to get some head start. After defeating him, go out to the stair and sprint to the bottom right until you find checkpoint and portal back to Caravan. At Caravan, talk to Zorka and get your level 7 skill gems. Keep these level skip gems for elemental weakness. And if you find another level 7 skill gem, then use it to level up your skills. Sniper and Ember Fussilade is your highest priority, and Flame Wall and Oral Storm is the lowest because we'll drop them shortly. Talk to Asala and use Desert Map to move to Cat. While Caravan move, check Vendor. At Cat, we need to find Kabbalah's Relic, it dropped from the Snake Monster, and then you need to find Venom Pit, defeat Kabbalah and get 2 skill points. You can also find Abandoned Prayer, here you can find Amulet. After this, find the exit to Lost City. At Lost City, we're looking for Golden Tomb for level 6 Spirit Gem. Use it to level up your Raging Spirit. Next, find exit to Buried Shrine. At Buried Shrine, look for League Mechanic for lesser Jewel Orbs. Use it for Ember Fussilade and move Living Lightning to Ember Fussilade. And to make Ember Fussilade able to trigger Living Lightning, use Artificial Orbs to give slot to your wand and put Storm Rune in that slot to give you damage as extra lightning. Now the Ember Fussilade also deal lightning damage and it able to trigger Living Lightning because that is the only requirement for Living Lightning. And we wait until now to socket the Storm Rune because just in case if you find a better one. Now you can replace the Aura of Storm with Elemental Weakness. At this point you should be at the level where you can use Elemental Weakness. Support it with Heightened Curse if you have the support gem. And if you have more support gem, you can use it to upgrade Multishot 1 to 2 at Sniper and Ember Fussilade. You can also find Elemental Offering here to get Elemental Rings. Pick the one that fixes your resistance. Next, find exit to Heart of Cat. Here you'll fight Azarian. After you defeat him, talk to the Water Goddess. Take the Ever-Burning Cinder, apply it to the Water Goddess, check the loot from Azarian, and then go back to Water Goddess to get the Essence of Water and back to the Caravan. At Caravan, talk to Zorka for level 2 support gem and use Desert Map to move to Mastodon Badlands. While Caravan move, check Vendor. At Mastodon, find Fossilized Memorial for level 2 support gems, then find exit to Light of Passage to unlock Well of Souls. But I usually skip this one and head straight to Bone Pits. At Bone Pits, find Sun Clan Relic, it dropped from the Wolf Monster, and then find Black Rib Pits. Here you're going to fight Egbab and Igtab, and defeat them and get the loot and quest item and portal back. At Caravan, talk to Zarka and get your level 2 support gems, and then use the desert map to go to Valley of Titan. While Caravan move, check the vendor. At Valley of Titans, we look for waypoint and near it you'll find altars. Put your Sun and Kabbalah relic in it, choose one of the buff. Next, we look for 3 engine seal, and after you break this 3 engine seal, go to the middle of the maps to find the entry to Titan Grotto. At Titan Grotto, just rush to the Days of Reckoning and defeat Salmarat. Get the loot and quest item and portal back. At Caravan, talk to Zarka and get the level 2 super gem and Horn of Asteri. Next, talk to Asala and use the desert map to move to Traitor Passage. While the Caravan move, you can go to top right at the end of the Caravans and sound the horn. And after that, you back to Asala and use the desert map to move to Deshar. While the Caravan move, check the vendor again. At Deshar, we look for Fallen Dekara, take the final letter, and you can see the exclamation mark on the minimaps, so pay attention to your minimaps. You can also go to Forgotten Corpses. You can get Barrier here if you skip Prison of Disgust earlier like I did. Next, find exit to Path of Mourning. Here, there is Host Urn. You can get level 2 support gem here and bunch of rare. And after that, find the exit to Spire of the Tsar. At Spire of the Tsar, we look for Sister of Garukan for a 10% lightning resistance and find the Defile Spire and defeat Torgul. Take loot and portal back. At Caravan, talk to Shambrin and get your 2 skill point. After that, talk to Asala and use the desert map to move to Dreadnought. At Dreadnought, fight through the zone until you find Jamandra. There is 2 zones and it's very dense, so take your time here. And be careful when you cross a small passage like a bridge between the Caravan. It's very common to die there, especially if you have rare monster on the other side, sometimes you just get stuck there. For Jamandra, don't stay in front of him, try to stay behind or beside him. When his HP is half, we get to page 2. Page 2 is pretty annoying for a minion player, especially because the tornado usually will kill your minion. Be patient and keep firing your Ember Fussilade and keep up the frost from elemental weakness. Your SRS and Living Lightning still deal a very good amount of DPS and is enough to defeat Jamandra with it. After you defeat the Jamandra, portal back. At the Caravan, rush to the Hooded One and talk to him. And keep talking to him until you see the note on the bottom of your screen that said talk to Asala. Now log out and log back again. You will be positioned at the waypoint and then you can go to the Asala and go to Act 3. Act 3 we begin as Sunswept Marsh. Here's look for Root Dredge for level 9 skill gem. Next, find the Azure Campfire for lesser Jeweler Orbs, use it for Sniper, and if your Sniper already have 3 slots, use it for Raging Spirit. Then look for League Mechanic for level 3 support gems, use it to get Feeding Frenzy for Sniper. After that, find the entry to Secret Encampment. At the encampment, check vendor and head out to Jungle Ruins. Here we look for Silver Fist, defeat the monkey and get to skill point. You can also find Trouble Camp and check vendor there. And find Jungle Grave, click the Raven's Corpse and summon Survey. She'll give you rare belts. And after that, find the checkpoint to Infested Barrens and find Venom Crypt. At the Venom Crypt, find Den of Serpent Priestess. Get Corpse Snake Venom and take the waypoint back to entrance and exit back to Jungle Ruins. Now take the checkpoint to Infested Baron and go to Infested Baron. Here find the waypoint, checkpoint to Azakbok, you can see the long bridge, Trouble Camp and check vendor there. Checkpoint to Chimera Wetland. After that, use the checkpoint back to entrance of Azakbok and go to Azakbok. At Azakbok, rush to Ignakduk and defeat him, get the Gemrod Skull and use it to get Spirit, take the loot and quest item and portal back. At encampment, talk to Survey and take one of their 3 potions. I choose Stun Threshold, check the vendor and back to portal. Get the checkpoint to entrance and back to Infested Baron. And get the checkpoint there to get to Chimera Wetland. At Chimera Wetland, find Toxic Bloom for amulet drops and find the entrance to Trail of Chaos. Get inside to get the waypoint and back to Chimera Wetland. Continue to find and defeat the Chimera. You'll get Inscribe Ultimatum and you can use it to get your second ascendancy point with it. Now head to Jikwani Machinarium. Here we need to find 1 soul core to open the first gate, and after that you need to find 2 soul core, one to get access to fight Blackjaw, defeat him and get the 10% fire resistance, and the other one to open the access to Jikwani Sanctum. Here we need to find 2 medium soul core and put them at the 2 generator. And after you do that, you take the checkpoint back to the entrance and respawn at checkpoint to skip the wait for the generator to activate. Now go to the middle and click the large soul core and fight Zikoatl. Defeat it and take the soul core and loot and portal back. At the encampment, check vendor and take the waypoint to Infested Baron. Use the large soul core at the zone altar and go to Matlan Waterways. Here you just go through the zone until you find Big Lever. The link mechanic in this area will give you extra level 10 spirit gems You can use it for Wolf Pack, support it with Fire Attunement and Loyalty for defense or Feeding Frenzy for offense. When you get to the lever, open the portal near the lever, pull the lever and spam click the portal, and pray that you come back to encampment. At encampment, check vendor and head down the stair, talk to Alpha and go to Drown City. At the Drown City, get the waypoint and the checkpoint at the entrance because we will need it later. Find the checkpoint to the Molten Vault and Apex of Filth, and after that we go to Molten Vault first. Here just go through the zone and defeat Mechtool, get the quest item and loot, and respawn a checkpoint and take the checkpoint back to entrance and head back to Drown City. Take the checkpoint to the Apex of Filth, and here just go through all the zone and defeat the Queen of Filth. Take the quest item and loot, and take the checkpoint back to entrance, back to Drown City. Here take the checkpoint back to entrance and go back to encampment. Now talk to Alpha and go to Temple of Kopek. On this zone, just go through it and defeat Katsuli, summon Alpha, open the portal, talk to Alpha to investigate the platform, take the loot, and after Alpha activate the platform with her blood, take the portal back. At encampment, check the vendor and go to the gateway, and then head downstairs and go to Utsal. At Utsal, you can get Valguard Spectre. Make sure it's a Valguard with 50 spirit costs. In my case, I skip it because I don't have enough spirit to use them anyway, but I think it's still a good idea to get them while you're here, just in case you need them later on. In this zone, you also will find Val Goliath. It's the big guy. Kill them for Sacrificial Heart. Now find and defeat Viper Napuatsi. This fight can be frustrating, so be patient. If you do the combo right, you should be able to kill her before the second phase. After defeating her, get the loot and find the exit to Agorath. Here find your way to the big hall in the middle and just follow it through until you find the checkpoint. After that, we're looking for Blood Sacrifice. Place the sacrificial heart you find in the previous zone and stab it to get the 2 skill points. And after that, find the exit to Black Chamber. Here, just go through the zone until you find Doriani. After his HP is down to 50%, you will get to phase 2. It will take a while for phase 2 to start, so stay safe until the phase 2 begins. And after you defeat him, talk to Alpha and Doriani, take the portal back, talk to Doriani and witness the end of the world. After you wake up, talk to Doriani, Alpha and Hooded One and get to Act 4. At King's March, talk to Doriani and talk to Alpha to get the boat chart, and talk to Tujen and talk to Makori. Then set sail to Catch Bay. At Catch Bay, go through the zone until you find exit to Journey End. Here, summon Tujen and talk to him. After that, find Captain Heartlane and defeat him, get the Verisium and loot, and then take the checkpoint back to Tujen, talk to Freya and portal back to King's March. At King's March, talk to Danning, take the Verisium Spike, check the vendor and back to the portal. Talk to Freya and click one of the carry totem. You will begin the Delirium encounter, break all the Delimeter and defeat all the monsters there. Take the loot and click return to the ship. Talk to Makoru and set sail to Isle of Kin. Here we look for Beast Pen for the level 3 support gem and Fossilized Formations for lesser Jewelry Orbs, using on the Raging Spirit or Wolfpack or Valguard. After that, find and enter Volcanic Warrens. At Volcanic Warrens, find the 2 Golem encounter. They will drop Ruby or Topaz Ring depending on which one you kill the last. So if you kill the Fire Golem last, you will get Ruby Ring. If you kill the Lightning Golem last, you get Topaz Ring. Then find the Tyrant Throne and defeat Krutok. You can also find Shrine Buff here if you need them. After defeating Krutok, take the loot and return to ship. Talk to Makoru and set sail to Wakapanu Island. Here, just go to the zone until you find and enter the Singing Cavern. In Singing Cavern, find the Humming Pearl, finish the encounter, take the pearl, then find and defeat Diamora. Take the loot and return to ship. Talk to Makoru and set sail to Abandoned Prison. Here, find the chapel key. It drops from the ghost or necromancer monster. Find the chapel, defeat the monster there and take your buff. Next, find and enter the solitary confinement. Here, just go to the zone until you find the Forsaken Deep. Defeat the prisoner. At 50% and 10%, you will need to use the ballista, and use the ballista one more time to finish him off. Take the loot and return to ship. Talk to Makor and set sail to Strike Island. Here, just go through the zone until you find the bird boss, Scourge of the Skies and it Plagueling. You can also find Shrine Buff here if you need them. After defeating the bird, talk to Matiki and return to ship. Talk to Makoru and Matiki and set sail to Eye of Hinakora. Here, find and enter passageway. Talk to Matiki, click the wall of passing and watch the cutscene. After that, go forward and complete the Count test, Mata test, and Rakyata test. You can also find rare chests behind the waterfall here for level 13 spirit gems. Use it to level up your Raging Spirit or Wolfpack. Find Silent Hall and pay your respect to get your 5% mana. And after that, find and enter Halls of Death. Here, find and complete Tahoa test, Tasalio test, and Ngamahu test. 3 of them will give you tattoo and you can use them to get attribute or resistance. And after that, find and defeat Yamada White, get the loot and silver coin, go to Trail of Ancestor, talk to Navali and get your 2 skill point and portal back to King's March. At King's March, talk to Rogue to get your Realm Necklace, and you can decide 1 necklace that you want to anoint. Use Envy, Paranoia and Guild from Delirium encountered before to anoint Splintering Force. Talk to Hooded One, Tujen and Makoru, and set sail to Aratas. Here, find and talk to Lorandis, get inside the chapel, wait for the cutscene, and go outside and wait for the cutscene. After the barrier is hittable, destroy it and kill all the enemy there. And then find the Evening Bell to get 3 Exalted Orbs, and there is one other bell that you can get 3 Regal Orbs, but I think I missed it on this run. After that, find and defeat Torfian. Stand on the priest that buff him, so when he attack you, he will hit the priest, and that will cancel the buff. Take your loot and exit to Excavation site. Here you can get the shrine buff if you need them. Find and defeat Benedictus, take your loot, and watch and follow the whole cutscene. When you see Talk to the Hooded One appear on the screen, respawn at checkpoint and portal back. At King's March, talk to the Hooded One, and Rodri, set sail to Ngakanu. Here's that Hananomic Cleaver if you want to spectre them. League mechanic here will give you greater Jeweler Orbs. Use it on Sniper and put Elemental Armament to support. And next, find the exit to Heart of Tribe. Here, just go through the zone until you find Tafakai, defeat him, take the loot and portal back. This will conclude the Act 4. Check the vendor and talk to the Hooded One and travel to Vastiri Desert. Here, take the right exit and find the road on your right side. Follow it until you find the Worm and Scorpion boss. Defeat them, take the loot, and portal back. Talk to Risu for 2 skill point and take the left exit. Now you just go straight up until you hit the wall and go a bit right to find Skullmost Stairway. Enter and get your 5% life, and then take the checkpoint back to entrance and go left hugging the wall. You'll find Galai Gate checkpoint and then keep going until you find Pulse of Katal. Here, go through the zone until you find the exit to Selkari Sanctuary. In the sanctuary, you will find Yun Barrier and Rangin Barrier. Use it on their altars to get either ring, amulet or jewel. I choose ring and amulet. Next, find and defeat Elzara. Take the loot and portal back. Talk to Azala and Zarka, then check vendor. Take the left exit and take the checkpoint back to Galai Gate. Here, just go to the zone until you find Fornas, defeat him and take the loot and exit to Kima. In Kima, find the buff, I choose Elemental Resistance, and then find the exit to Kima Reservoir. Talk to Jado to open the door. In this zone, you can find Vial of Sacred Water and you can place them at Sacred Well to get some currency. And then keep going until you find Asmadi. Defeat him, talk to Grand Barrier and Jado, and then portal back. Check vendor and talk to the Hooded One to travel to Mount Krier. Here, find the exit to Asan Forest. You can find a statue here that will give you level 13 skill gem and then find the exit to Krier Village. Go through the zone until you find Litara, defeat her and get the Gem Cross Skull. Use it to get Spirit and then exit to Gaziel Tarn. Here, find Howling Cavern, and in the cavern you will find the Yeti, defeat it and take the loot and portal back. Talk to Hilda for the 2 skill point and take waypoint back to Glacial Tarn. Find and defeat Rakar the Frozen Talon and exit to Krier Peaks. Here, go through the zone and find Elder Maddox and take your Headhunter or Mageblood, and after that find the exit to Edge Ravine. Here you can find Spectre Paul Zealot if you want them, and just go through the zone until you find Stormgore, defeat him and exit to Quakik Vault. Inside the vault, go through the zone and find Zelina and Zolin. This one is pretty annoying because they move a lot. So focus on kill one first and be careful of the laser. After defeating them, talk to Doriani and portal back. Talk to Hooded One to travel to Ogam. Here, go to the Scorched Farmland, find the checkpoint at the Darkness, and find the 2 bosses and defeat them. And after that, find the exit to Stone of Serle. And here, click all the monolith to activate them. Go to the middle and fight Shiora. And after you defeat Xiora, talk to Una and go to the Scorched Farmland and wait until you see the note return to the darkness before enter the Scorched Land. Take the checkpoint to the darkness and enter the Blackwood. Here just go left and find the exit to Heightened. You can also collect Omen here if you want to, but I usually just skip them. At Heightened, find Soul of the Ferryman and buy the rune that you want. And then find the Woven Hood. Here you need to find and defeat Oswin to get your 2 skill point, get the checkpoint back to entrance, and back to Heightened. After that, find the entry to Heightened Estate. This zone is pretty creepy, so take your time here, there's no need to rush. Go through the zone and fight Thane and Elswith. After defeating them, take the loot and portal back. Talk to Renly and Hooded One and get the waypoint back to King's March. And here, talk to Hooded One and travel to Oriot. In my run, there is a bug where the option doesn't appear, and then I click identify items and the option come back. And this concludes the interlude and the campaign on Path of Exile 2. If you guys want to see the whole run, I put the link in the descriptions. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment, I will try my best to answer it. I also have channel membership if you guys want to support me. And thank you everyone for watching, and good luck on your league start, and I will see you on the next one.